everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to create this really pretty feminine glowy makeup look using the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette. This has been super requested, so I am going to jump right into it and I hope you guys enjoy. So I'm going to take the shade Nuna from the palette and I'm taking a pencil brush and applying this directly into my crease, blending it out ever so slightly. I am taking a little bit by a little bit of this product, so starting with a little bit and adding more as I go, just till I reach my desired opacity, and then I'm taking a little bit of limit and blending that out. And then I'm just going back in and doing the exact same thing. I keep going back in with an Urban Decay fluffy brush just because I really want to use that to diffuse those edges and just make them look really blended and seamless. Next, I'm taking the Urban Decay eyeshadow in Verve with that same pencil brush and applying this directly into the socket of my crease and just blending that out with the pencil brush. And I'm just going as before, starting with a little bit of product and then building up that color. And then just blending it out with the fluffy brush once again. I'm taking this Urban Decay Liquid Moondust eyeshadow in the shade Recharge and I'm applying this all over my lid. This is going to act as a base for the eyeshadows that I'm applying to my lid. I just realized I'm using a lot of Urban Decay products and I promise you guys this is not sponsored. So I'm taking two shades from the Naked 3 palette and I'm using Trick and Buzz mixed together and just packing that on to my lid with the brush that comes with the palette and then just taking my pencil brush once again and making sure those edges are blended. With the brush that comes in the palette, I'm taking the shade Blackheart and just applying this to my outer corner V ever so slightly and then blending it again with the pencil brush. I don't want this to be too dramatic or too heavy, so I'm just going to leave it at that and then just blend it a little bit with a fluffy brush and that's pretty much it. Oh, wait, no, it's not it. I'm taking Strange and Dust mixed together and I'm applying those to my brow bone as my brow bone highlight. And then just curling my lashes and applying some mascara. I'm not going to apply my lashes just yet. I'm going to leave that till the end. Moving on to the face, I'm taking my Josie Maran Argan Oil and applying this to my face. And then just pushing that in or spreading it around, whatever you call it. What do you call it again? Blending it into my skin with my fingers. I don't even know, I'm struggling to find the words today. But I always actually take it and I just put it in my hair, not only because it's good for your hair, but because it just helps slick down all those baby hairs. But next I'm taking Giorgio Armani Fluid Sheer or Sheer Fluid in the shade number 2, I believe. And I'm applying this to all the high points of my face. This is really going to give me that beautiful dewy look and it's really going to peep through my foundation. So I'm just using my fingers to blend that into my skin. And I don't know if you guys can tell already, but it's just giving my skin this really beautiful glow. It's one of my favorite liquid highlighters. And I think I applied a bit too much on my nose, but doesn't matter. My nose is super dry anyway. For foundation, I'm taking my absolute favorite, the Makeup Forever HD Stick Foundation. I'm using two shades because I feel like this just gets my skin color perfect. So I'm using the shades 118 and 153, mixing them together, and then I am going to blend this all in with my artist brush Oval 8. And this is probably like the best thing ever. Like honestly, lately I've been loving this more than a beauty blender. And I've even been using smaller ones to blend in my concealer. It's so bomb. If you guys haven't tried it, you totally should. But I just thought I'd speed through that because you could only watch me blend my foundation in for so long. But then I'm just taking a damp beauty blender and really pressing that into my skin. I just find that this helps keep my skin hydrated and my foundation lasts so much longer. Next, I'm taking the Tarteist Pro Glow palette and this is the first time I've used it actually. And I took the dark contour shade, the cream one, and I am starting to contour my face. I very rarely do this, but when I do this, I absolutely love it. So I am putting this into the hollows of my cheekbones or my cheeks, and I'm kind of bringing it around my cheeks to shape my cheeks and make them look a lot fuller. And I'm applying this to my forehead and also my jawline. And for once, I'm actually contouring my nose. I never do this, but lately I've been loving it. So I'm using a oval brush by MAC and I just use that to contour the sides of my nose. And then I'm pushing everything in with a damp beauty blender. This is my favorite way to blend in my cream contour. I've tried using a brush, but it just doesn't work the same. I just find that this works the best. And I kept looking to my right because I was expecting the postman and I didn't want to miss it because it was super important delivery. But anyway, I'm just going to continue blending that in with my damp beauty blender. And then to blend in the contour on my nose, I took this brush by Real Techniques. This was actually the first time I've used this brush and I really liked it. But I just used that to just slowly blend in the cream contour just to make it look like a shadow, more like a shadow anyway. And then taking my damp beauty blender, I'm just going to use that to press that in a little bit more and make it look more blended. Moving on to concealer, I'm taking my favorite NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Custard, and I'm pretty much packing this on underneath my eyes. I'm also applying this to the bridge of my nose, below my contour to cut my contour, my forehead, and also around my mouth because I want the center of my face to be, you know, the brightest point, so I want that to really stand out. And then I am blending that all in with my damp beauty blender, and I've sped this up because I really took my time and, you know, I was blending it out forever. So yeah, just blending that out with my damp beauty blender. And we're just pretty much going to continue doing that all over my face. So of course I've got to set that all in place, and I'm taking my Laura Mercier loose translucent powder for this, and I'm applying this underneath my eyes with a Real Techniques brush. And then I took my beauty blender that I used before and I used that to cut my contour underneath and also my jawline. This was a little bit of a different bake compared to what I usually do. And then I took the beauty blender and I took all the leftovers that's left onto the sponge, and I just pressed that onto my forehead, my nose, and my chin just to set those in place. Moving back onto the eyes, I took my NARS eyeliner in the shade Rue Bonaparte and applied this into my waterline to help open up my eyes. And then just to smoke out the lower lash line a little bit, I'm taking the shade Black Heart and applying this to my lower lash line. And then I'm taking a Verve that we used in the crease and also Nuna from the Naked 3 palette. And I'm just using those to smoke out Black Heart just to give the eyes a really pretty, sultry, smoked out look. Moving on to my eyebrows, I'm going to be filling them in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. I believe I'm the shade medium brown, but I'll leave all details down below as per usual. So I'm just filling those in and brushing them with the spoolie on the other side of the brush, or the pencil. And then I'm just going to set my brows in place using the Ardell Brow Building Fiber Gel. Next, we're just going to dust off all of the powder from my face. I am not using any extra powder to do this. I am just taking my IT Cosmetics brush, a clean one, and just buffing all of that off, making sure to be doing this in circular motions so everything looks well blended. For bronzer, I'm taking the Benefit Hoola Light. I have been obsessed with this. It's probably maybe overtaking my Sephora Sundisk bronzer, but I'm bronzing my face into the holes of my cheekbones and around my forehead with my Ray Morris contour brush, which I love as well. This brush, this bronzer, perfect combo. For this look, I really wanted my bronzer to look really soft and diffused. I didn't want a harsh contour, so I made sure to take my time in blending this with my Ray Morris brush. For my nose contour, I took my MAC Oval brush once again and applied the Hoola Light to the sides of my nose. And then I took my Real Techniques brush. I do believe this is a concealer brush. I'm not 100% sure, but I just used that to blend in that nose contour. You always want to make sure that you're blending that in to the sockets of your eyes, just so everything, like the shadows all come together and everything just looks well blended. For blush, I took the Too Faced Papa Don't Peach blush and I applied this to the apples of my cheeks with a Sigma brush. And then for highlighter, oh my goodness, I am obsessed. The Tarte Pro Glow palette, this highlighter in it was to die for. You can tell by my face. I actually did not expect this, but it was absolutely stunning. So I applied that quite generously to my cheekbones, to my temples, and I also applied this to my brow bone for a beautiful brow bone pop. And I absolutely loved that. I also applied this to my Cupid's bow, which I never do. And I also applied some of that to the bridge of my nose and also the point of my nose. Attempted the whole light bulb nose thing, but it wasn't really working for me. And then for lips, I took this Urban Decay lip liner and outlined and slightly filled in my lips with this. I'll leave the exact shade down below. And then I filled that in with a liquid lipstick by Kiko. I'll also leave the exact shade down below. And then I took my lip liner again and filled in the sides just to give it a little bit of a ombre lip look. For lashes, I applied my Lily lashes in the style Olivia, and then applied some mascara to my bottom lashes, and we are done. Or actually, I applied some highlighter to my inner corner. But that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. Like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!